Oh, laying down on the ground. Thought I'd try something different today. I got off a little bit early, so heavy sigh. No, I'm going to be reviewing Futurama. This is season 4, episode 7 and 8. Episode 7 is titled A Pharaoh to Remember, and episode 8 is titled Godfellas. I think that was what it said. I'm dyslexic and shit and stuff like that, so I don't think I got the word right. But anyway, oh, that's it. Got to stretch it out. That feels a little bit better. So I want to talk about Pharaoh to Remember. Both of these episodes are Bender heavy episodes, which I feel like I like Bender's character probably the most out of all the recurring characters. I think I like Bender's character the most. It's my dog. He wants to get pet. Always wants to get pet, no matter what. You want to come here? You want you to come here? Oh yeah, come here. Oh yeah. Watch it. Don't kiss my mouth though. You see her head? See her head moving in and out? That's her snout. Look at her. Now she's camera shy. You gonna be camera shy? Huh? Oh gosh, she's patting her breath. He's a good dog though. Yeah, he's a good dog. Oh, so I'm supposed to be making a video, not petting you and showing you all type of affection. But yeah, see my arm still moving in the background. So Pharaoh to Remember. I think it's not really that memorable of an episode, but there's one little snippet closer to the end which really got my attention. It He tries to show a parallel between like slavery in ancient, well, in ancient Egypt versus the slavery that people have put themselves in modern day times with but it's more of a mental thing, not necessarily a physical thing. Um, because I think he made a joke at like a suburb. He jab. He took a jab at suburbs and how they're only designed to house people to go to do meaningless jobs. Which I know that might be a bit of a stretch. I can understand that. Like, what are you? Got a message, but I'll deal with that in a minute. He's like, but he's like, but he's like, but where are you getting that idea from that the suburbs are that? Well, see, in my opinion, the suburbs were created in order to keep the population down in the city. Now that the city holds the majority of the jobs, everybody's looking for a job so they can buy material things, and of course, necessities such as food and water and pay for electric. Well, the electricity is not necessarily a necessity, but it's something we've become accustomed to. So, but you know what I mean, like stuff like that, along with all other stuff that comes along with life, like car payments and mortgages and buying clothes and stuff like that. So all that source of income comes from the city. Now, if there's a lot of well-paying jobs in a city, a lot of people are going to flock there. Believe it or not. And when you do that, you're going to be overpopulated. And there's going to be a lot of issues that come with overpopulation. But if you try to alleviate that with constructing a city that's somewhat adjacent, such as a suburb, it helps a lot. Now, of course, this is coming from somebody who, my education level is like, I want to say 12 and three quarters or something like that, something like that. So, me trying to explain like certain issues like this might not come off as well. But see, that's the beauty of this series. I've said it a million times. They'll have episodes where it's mostly humor based and silly humor at that, like fart jokes and things of that nature. And then it was a fly, so I tried to swat it. And then episodes like this that are take me on this long conversation. You can literally bring this topic up with you and a couple of friends and sit there and talk for probably hours about each other, one another's beliefs, and what may be real and what may be fantasy. You know, and I just think that's just the best part of the series. Now, it's a good episode. I'm not saying. Well, you know what? I still feel like it's a filler episode, but just the end part is where it shines the most. So it's still a good episode. Now let's get on to episode 8, which was titled "Godfellas." I think it was "Godfellas." This is a Bender episode. Now I've said this at the beginning of this video, this upload. This is two of these. Both of these are both Bender heavy episodes, and this is no exception. If I'm saying both are Bender heavy, I'm trying to sound. I'm trying to sound. I got a piece of hair, in my hair. I'm trying to sound way smarter than I am, which is not a good thing. Stay in your lane, people. Look at that. Ooh. I'm trying to get the zoom just right. There you go. Looks a bit better. Stay in your lane, though. So this one starts off a little chaotic. Well, very chaotic. I'm pretty sure that's by design. So Bender tries to get sleep, but the ship winds up getting attacked by space pirates at all things. Bender tries to go to sleep in a torpedo tube. They shoot the torpedo, but it's Bender. Bender goes through the ship and winds up sailing through the galaxy. And then goes through a what is it? A meteorite, or what is it? Comet field or something like that. And he gets hit by a comet in the chest, and the comet has life on it, little small people. Of course, they've set up some storylines for Bender inside this series. Apparently, robots function on alcohol, so the little people are like they're a small farming civilization, very primitive, if you will. Okay, I'll just go ahead and say it before I continue talking about it. This episode puts into question the idea of a god or God in general. Now, I think I've went over this in another episode. I was raised Catholic, but I can still point out I still like being entertained. So I still think it's an entertaining. I'm stretching. It feels good. I still think it's an entertaining episode. It really looks like I have a black eye, like really, really bad. Looks like somebody just hauled off and punched me right in my eye, but nobody did. Anyway, I mean, that just looks like. I think I need to get sleep or something. Jesus Christ. What's I talking about? I had a black eye. I wasn't talking about that black eye. No, I was talking about me growing up as a Christian and this episode, Questioning God. I'm over it today. I'm not really going to dwell on it. I think I got all riled up previously on a previous episode about it, but today I just don't, it's up to the individual. You can't control what the individual thinks, uh, unless it's your child or somebody you have influence over. Anyway, where's these flies around here? I think it's just one. It's just one lonely fly trying to torment me. That is so ironic. I just did a review on another TV show where a fly tormented two of the main characters. Now I have a fly tormenting me. That is strange. That is some parallel universe type stuff, I think. Anyway, fly. Anyway, yeah. So questions God, but I still think it's a well put together episode. Not because I'm under the impression that this episode actually received some type of award, but I think it's still well put together because, like I've said so many times, I like the little things, and this episode has a story within a story within inside a story. So the main story is the ship gets attacked, and Bender gets basically. What did he say? God, I can't remember what he said. He was like mechanical man overboard. Yeah, he basically gets shot overboard. And then the secondary story is the plight or the the pitfalls and the ongoings of the little people that have inhabited his front and quit stealing his rear. And of course, both sides somehow turn on one another. It's just it's not only necessarily a critique of a god or gods in general. It's also a critique of society. Again, they're doing this. This episode is taking you again. You can have this conversation. It's a conversation starter. You can have a great conversation with a group of friends or a group of people you don't necessarily know. I don't know if you should necessarily do that though. Just walk up to a random person. Hey, did you see episode 8 of season 4 of Futurama? It's like, yeah, I did. What do you think about it? Oh man, let me tell you. I don't I don't think that's gonna happen. But maybe I'm trying to sound smarter than I need to be. Oh well. No, but I think it brings up a plethora. I'm trying to say a plethora of good topics, and this has happened to be one of them. They're always questioning God, and they're always questioning society. By that I mean unwritten rules, I guess. Well, maybe I'm overthinking this. Let me take that back. Let me step back a few steps. I think I'm overthinking it. I think this is just it's just a look at the pitfalls of society. It's more of a general thing, but I still like the episode. It's a pretty good episode. I won't say that. I'm waiting to see what's happening in the next episode. I mean, every episode is different in Futurama. So, till then,